Okay, so welcome to my blind guide to Mount Hyjal. I was first of all going to do like Alliance and then do a separate one for Horde and then one for Archimonde, but I just decided to do it all in one. So now, welcome. So Mount Hyjal is a trash-based fight where you're going to be fighting a bunch of waves. First of all, with the Alliance, then you fight, I think, 8 or 10 waves. When you've fought those waves of different mobs, we'll cover the mobs in a minute. Then you get to fight the boss. If you wipe on the boss, then you have to go back into the trash again, so don't wipe. Really good tip. Tip of the day. So, without further ado, let's kick off. So we're going to cover the different mobs you're going to face. We have the ghouls. Can I move this? Sweet. We have the banshees. Can I make this smaller? Sweet. And then I'm going to cover their abilities afterwards. We have the spoiders. I don't know their names, so they're called spoiders. They look like those bugs. The abomination. Jesus Christ, is big. You need to go smaller. Thank you. We have the skeleton. Shit, we have a skeleton mage as well, don't we? How do I... Okay, I got this, it's fine. Duplicate. And then we need to go ahead and do... No. No. Oh, right, pencil. Pink. And then just color those in. And then we do black. Do wand. Oh god, that's terrible. Let's just do this. Then do this. Yep, that's a skeleton mage. So we also have skeleton mages. Can I then move this? Yes. Zoom back out a bit. No, it's the wrong way. So we're gonna have to move that one so we can fit. And we also have the flying bat. They're called gargoyles. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what they look like when I made them. So they basically look like Golbat from Pokemon. And we have the frost worm, which is a dragon. Even though most people didn't see it from the teaser. But it's quite clearly a flying dragon that's just happened to have been turned into a skeleton. And those are the trash, I think, yep. So, let's quickly cover the trash here. Oh god, no, I'm gonna need a new layer. Yeah, right now I can drop, yeah. So, ghouls. Tank and spank. Tank and spank. They do some enrage stuff, very annoying. Liches, or banshees. Spell shield. So you wanna nuke. Nuke. Crypt fiends. That's what they're called. Fuck you know. Crypt fiends. They do, I don't know, web. They look like they web. So web. And probably ranged attack as well. Angry blobs. They are poisonous. Poison. Well, at least in theory. I mean, they're poisonous, but they have this cloud, so melee. You don't want to hit the big guy. Skeleton mages summons the skeletons. So you want to kill the mages so you don't have an infinite amount of skeletons. And that's the ones, I think, in Alliance. And then you have the Gargoyles and the Frostworm. The Gargoyles and the Frostmen are basically up in the air. So this is the ground. They're up here. So the way to get them down is to basically have a Hunter get aggro and then have the Hunter run. So they land. And then melee can hit it. Same with the Frostworm. There's going to be a different numerous amount of them on different bosses and waves, but yeah. Now that we've covered all of the mobs, I mean, they're going to be everywhere. They're going to spawn different places. I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you later, I should say. We're going to go ahead and... Why are these things still here? Go away. Make a new layer, though. Now we're going to go ahead and do this. First boss is the Lich guy, whose name I forgot. Oh god, what? No, stop. Thank you. You got, nope, stop turning. You got smaller. Yep, and then don't get out angled. And I have made the human town. I'm quite proud of this. Okay. And now that's a bit, now that it's, oh no, I need to zoom in more. No. Okay. So the human town is controlled by Jaina, this little annoying person. Jaina has an ability that she can use once and she'll basically help out, but being the powerful mage in the entire world, she can only use her ability once. So, let's actually hide the Lich guy for a minute. So, phase 1, or the trash. Is this the one? No. New layer, yep. So the ghouls are going to come from down here, as are the abominations. Everything that's on foot is going to come from through these gates. And you're going to have trees up here, you're going to have some footmen standing over here doing basically nothing. And then you're going to have some... Oh no, actually there's dwarfs over here. And they're going to help fighting the dudes, but you want to basically kill them, spread them out, have the tanks pick them up and spread them out. If there's gargoyles, they're going to come from down here. But I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. Oh, shit, no. Now, that being said, there's a cat now, so I might have to remove him in a second. Fighting Lich guy. So the Lich guy is going to come from here. And you basically want to tank it over here somewhere. So you want to have the tanks positioned facing it this way. You want to have the healers and DPS spread out all over this place. He will target a random member and put him in an ice block. And they need to be healed through that. They can't get out of it unless they have a PvP trinket or ice block or paladin bubble or something like that. But they're just going to have to heal it through. There's nothing else other than that. There's also going to be an ability called Death and Decay, obviously, with the roses. Oh, nej, gå ner. Gå ner. Temporary cat emission. And just move out of it. Don't stand in it. You'll die. Simple as that. And that's basically a kill. So you want to spread out. Make sure there's healers everywhere. It's a good idea to not get Jaina involved. If she gets involved, she can die. And if she dies, the entire thing gets reset. So don't stay anywhere near Jaina. Like, that's bad. It's bad for your health. Yeah, that's just really bad for your health. Don't stand near Jaina. But make sure you're spread out. Probably assign a healer to deal with the ice blocks, because they will just die if you don't get healed, because it takes something like 2.5k or 6k or something, a lot of damage, okay? So, and that should basically kill the Lich guy. That was boss 1. Boss 2? Oh, Jesus, he's large. Why is it... What? Oh, for God's sake. Sorry. Quick intermission here. I'm just gonna... Let me zoom back out. Then we shrink him down. That's better. Same deal. You're gonna have to deal with a bunch of waves. Why doesn't he not have eye color? This is not acceptable. Give him some eyes. Okay, that's... Well, he looks vampire-y now. Okay, now. Can we zoom back out? Yes, thank you. Can I zoom back out? Thank you. Okay, this guy is a bit different. Obviously, it's not the same boss, so, you know. What he's going to do is, again, you want to tank him somewhere around here, not to get Jane involved. This guy is going to do vampire stuff, so I think he bites the tank and steals blood. If he doesn't, alternatively, he could, like, get lifesteal. I don't know. Just kill him. What he will do, however, is he will do a carrion swarm. Is it a carrion swarm? I don't know. Hang on. Sorry about that. I had to get a drink. So he will target a random member and go splash in sort of a cone form, and everyone inside of this who gets hit will take damage and heal and deal like 100 million less damage. So you want to make sure that you're spread out so that if it hits one healer, for example, it's not going to hit all of them because they need to heal, I've heard. So you want to make sure that you're spread out evenly around him. I think there's also something about ads. Oh, he will spawn ads on people. Like, thingamajiggy. So you want one tank on the boss, and if, say, rain member A gets targeted by the thingamajiggy, I think it's a vampire that spawns. Or is a void bat? Void bat? A void reaver? No, that's a little boss. A void spawn. Something will spawn on the player. And you want the second tank to pick it up and just sort of get it away. And the ranged will need to swap and kill it. And then the ranged just go, stab, murder. And that's it. That's basically the boss, I think. Moving on. That's the second guy. We're now going to go over to the Horde Town. Again, more waves. This is Thrall down here. The waves are going to come from in here. The ground-based ones. And these are houses. And up here, we're going to see the bats, the gargoyles. We're going to spawn up here. There's going to be torrents up there with totems to fight. And the worms are going to spawn here. So, I mean, melee, we can't do much against the worms, so we need them to be kited down. So ranged is going to have to deal with them. And over here, and basically all across this area, we're going to have infernals. Oh, I never made an infernal. Shit. You, yes. Yes, get you in here. Thank you. And then we do this, and then we do this. Then we do this. There you go. That's now an infernal. So the infernals are going to spawn all over the place. So you basically just gotta pick them up with a tank. I don't know if they require fire risk, maybe. But just have a tank pick them up and range kill it. Melee, you burn if you touch them, so don't touch them melee. Simple as. Moving on. The first boss is going to be the big demon guy. I didn't realize I made him the same color as the background. Shit. No. Okay, big demon guy. So the big demon guy is a big demon. He will nom the tank. He might summon Infernals. What is the next boss? I'm not entirely sure. But nevertheless, you want to tank him sort of around. No. You want to tank him around. No. You want to tank him around sort of like here, next to this bunker. And maybe this guy has a debuff. If he has a debuff, it's the debuff that basically allows us. If you go to 0 mana, you will die. You will explode, dealing a ton of shadow damage, and summon something like a flying badger or something. Don't go to 0 mana if you get a debuff. Looking at you, arcane mages. Looking at you. So yeah, you basically got to make sure that you don't go to 0 mana with that debuff. If you do, you wipe the raid. And there might also be some shadow damage. He probably cleaves because he's big, so don't get cleaved, melee. Don't attack him in the face, obviously, because I don't want to get cleaved. I'm just going to erase this because it's annoying me. There you go. Yeah, and then he's just tank and spank, basically. Don't get cleaved. Don't get hit in the face if you're not a tank. If you get a debuff, don't burn all your mana. And get it spread out, probably. I mean, you want to spread out on a lot of these fights, so just spread out preemptively. Next up is big guy with sword. I forgot his name. And again, I've made the horn the same color as the fucking background. His horns are now... Ooh, teal. I do like teal. Teal. That also changes feet? What? Okay. Who am I to judge? That worked out fine. Now, this guy hits really, really hard on the tank. So it's really important that you don't get hit in the face. Well, you make sure you crush immune on the tanks and stuff. He may also summon Infernals. Is it this guy or the previous boss that summon Infernals? But I think this guy fears. He looks like the kind of person who fears. Oh, that's the next boss. I don't know. He has abilities, I'm sure. He will swing his sword wildly. Maybe summon Infernals. It's a tank and spank, really. It's very easy. Don't worry about it too much. Okay. That being done, we are moving on to Archimonde. Stop. Stop. Okay, I'm just going to drag this down here so it's easy to work with. And then we're going to go to the Tree of Life. This is legitimately what it looks like. It is the perfect artist rendition. And we have Archimond. Where did my cursor go? Hello? Oh shit, there it is. Found it. Archimond is the bad guy. He's the final boss of this phase. Or in this place, I should say, not this phase. So what he's going to be doing is quite a few annoying things. No. I made a boo-boo. Okay. He's quite tall. More like this. Not so fat, but more like this. So he's going to be doing a couple of things. He has fire. So he's just going to start spreading fire. Chasing people, I think. So you want to take the fire and basically loop it around. It's very important that you don't just run straight out with the fire. Like this. Because that's bad. You will drop terrible placement of fire. I'll tell you why in a second. The second ability he has is a massive fear. So if you spread your fire like tosses, like this, then what's going to happen is person A is going to get feared. It's like, ah, and then he's going to run into the fire, get set on fire and die. Which is bad. So you want to make sure that... Oh, I just remembered something he did. Okay, moving on. The third ability he has, other than melee attack, the fear, the fire, he also will knock everyone up in the air, like really far up in the air. So to counteract that, you're going to get a thing from a Night Elf back here before you move down, so make sure you have one, that gives you slow fall. So if you say, like, I don't know, a proper class, like a warrior, or like a warrior, like a proper solid class, you know, then you're going to want it because you can't slow fall any other way and you will die. So use that before you smash into ground and kill yourself, because you will die. Now, the thing that makes this fight tricky is that for every person that dies, Archimond will get stronger. He absorbs their power, sort of like world bosses. So you want to have a nice spread. Why am I in this? Why am I moving the... Stop. What the... Stop! Okay. So what you want to do is you want a nice spread around him. Healers everywhere. Just make sure the healers are nicely positioned around as well to help out. You want shamans in as many groups as possible to have tremor tone them down, so that you don't get feared. If you do get the fire, put it in a nice position. Just make it the patch as small as possible. Don't just run straight back. Or, even worse, don't run sideways. And yeah. And if you get knocked up, use the ability, use the thing you just got to slow your fall. And when he turns into... when it's like 20% or something, 10%, he gets attacked by the wisps. And that's basically just a kill phase. That's just, he enrages and everyone should start dealing damage. Like, make sure no one dies from fire, but everyone should start killing him. Because this, which is a tree, and the Well of Eternity, silences you. The well silences you. Don't go in the water, you're silenced for like a minute. And yeah, that's it. That's all there is to all of these fights. Boop, boop, boop. I know this was a long one, but thank you for watching the Mount Hyjal guide. No. No. Hang on. This, I sort of sped it up to sort of get all of it in one video. So this is the Mount Hyjal all guide. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll start working on the Black Temple ones now. There's so many bosses. Okay, bye-bye.